Anthem, a game that it seems like everyone loves to hate. But is it really that bad though? If Destiny met Armored Core, that would be Anthem. The suits remind me of the suits from Armored Core, and the extra powers that you get remind me of the powers from Destiny. They're so similar, I just almost called it Anthem. Yet, Destiny has a score that's almost double that of Anthem. Why is this? I'm going to give you an honest review on the game known as Anthem. In Anthem, you play the role of a freelancer. He's basically a person who gets in a suit and goes out and takes out enemies. There's 4 types of javelins. There's the ranger, which is the jack of all trades and master of none. And then he gets to use things such as frag grenades and homing missiles. And then there's the Colossus. He's your heavy-duty javelin. He has high explosive mortars, he's got a flamethrower, he even has a move called Taunt that forces all the enemies to attract towards him. Then there's the class that you're seeing me play as in some of these clips, which is the Storm. This is equivalent to the Warlock in Destiny, and you can use Lightning Strike and Ice Storm and Fireball. You get the idea. And then there's the Interceptor. This person moves in, attacks, and gets out. He's got moves with an acid bomb, he's got a plasma star, which is basically a shuriken, and he is mostly a melee attacker who uses swords when he gets in close. He's pretty fun to play as, and pretty agile. A lot of people compare this suit to Iron Man, but as you can see, I compared it to Armored Core. I feel like the suit, especially if you're the Colossal, is very similar to Armored Core. Here you're seeing the Storm class. This is similar to the Warlock class in Destiny. I believe that's what it was called, but you get the idea. It's a magical class where you can cast various magics. I'm able to cast lightning as well as ice. A lot of people argue that Anthem does not have a good storyline, when the opening scene is throwing you straight into a story.
This is it. Close as we get with the Striders.
Agreed. Looks like we fly from here. Alec, you hear that?
Yep. All teams, get ciphers to their amplifiers. Let's go!
Anthem starts off with a story, and then you have to read articles as you go through the game in order to get more of that story. This is not a simple game that spoon-feeds the viewer the story. It actually requires you to listen and read the various texts that are scattered throughout the game, including the environment, in order for you to get the full story. I can understand why some people do not enjoy this kind of game. However, I do not think that it is very fair in order to say that there is no true story to Anthem. Yes, it is a looser story. That's because it is a multiplayer-based game. In fact, BioWare lifts from Mass Effect, and when holding conversations with people, you can answer with 2 different options. And depending on which option you choose, you may be rewarded with recognition points.
How'd you end up as our record keeper anyway? You don't seem the desk type. Layers, buddy. We all got him. You want a well-placed shot or a well-kept ledger? Ask Lucky Jack. We all do our bit for the family, right? So you're the cousin who enjoys paperwork. And taking on scars. Keeping things balanced. It's what I do.
But enough beating on a dead horse. Yes, we get that the story's there, but how is the gameplay? Anthem is the type of game that you want to play with your friends. It's all about the interaction with the soldiers you're fighting beside, just like Destiny was about the interactions with the soldiers you're fighting beside. We could kill everyone.
Started out. Hey, this is harder.
Remember, these tests are
Hey, his name's Murder Mike.
Make sure the Arcanists stay healthy, you understand? Got it. I'll keep an eye out. Wild animals
Oh
incoming.
boy,
You
holy
see
cow.
every time. So angry.
Seriously? I already died. Yeah. It's okay, I'm respawning. I don't know, he hit me once and I died. So why is Destiny double the score of Anthem? I can't help but feel a lot of people are hating on this game for the simple fact that it's made by Electronic Arts. Anthem feels like a more polished version of Destiny to me. The flight controls are smooth, they even put in cooling factors into the flight controls when you dive into water. That did not exist in any game that I have played up to this point. It's innovative. Is it perfect? By God, no. But you know what? It's fun to play. By this point, you're probably thinking that I'm an Anthem fanboy. And I do really enjoy the game. If I had to go out and rebuy this game for $60, I would, and I only paid $30 for it because of my Best Buy's Gamers Club and some coupons that I had. But Anthem does have its issues. The customization is pretty poor in it, to be honest with you, and I can't help but feel that's Electronic Arts' way of trying to get people to buy the customized parts. However, I do have to give credit where credit is due. When you look at the color palette and the materials that you can choose from for your customization options, it is pretty extensive. In addition to this, they literally lifted the weapons straight from Destiny. And, I think they could have been a little more innovative. The system for the weapon system in this game is the same exact thing as Destiny. Finally, one of the major complaints that I keep hearing is the fact that loading times are so long. When you have an environment that is this detailed, of course the loading times are going to be long. To be honest, I think us as a society has become impatient. These loading times were really not that long. Especially considering what we are receiving for these loading times. And I was having issues loading. I kept coming in after my teammates have already been able to fly away. Although I do agree that we have been spoiled by games such as GTA. Here is a loading screen with a timer to give you a feel for the longest loading time I saw. So although that is longer than our typical load time, honestly it's not too bad considering it's a little over a minute and a half loading the whole entire mission. There are load screens during the mission, but these are relatively short. I'll show you another sample of one when I ended up dying and having to respawn and how long the load time was for that. So here you can see that this load time for respawning mid-mission that everybody is complaining about is actually relatively short. It is under 30 seconds long. So would I suggest that you buy Anthem? Honestly, I would. I believe that a lot of people are hating on Anthem just for the fact that it's made by Electronic Arts. And honestly, I think that a lot of people are impatient when it comes time for the load times. Would I give it a perfect score? Would I say that it's a 10 out of 10? No. Would I say that it's a 0 out of 10? No. To be honest with you, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. The graphics are great, the controls are smooth. Those are the two key components for gaming in today's society. And since this is a type of game that they'll add on over time, I only imagine it getting better. So overall, would I suggest Anthem? Yes, I would. It is not a perfect game. By no means it is not a perfect game. It is repetitive, and it doesn't have much customization that they promised. It even copied Destiny. But you know what? It is fun to play. And that is what gaming is all about. Are you having fun? And you know what? This is a heck of a lot of fun, and I love playing it with my friends. So if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, feel free to give it a thumbs down. That's okay too. Now, if you could subscribe to my channel, it takes a few seconds out of your day and it really makes mine. I'm trying to push my numbers up, and I fell off of YouTube for a while, as you guys have probably noticed. This was due to having a lot of other side projects going on, such as 3D printing, as well as my family and working full-time. So if this was useful to you, please hit that subscribe button to let me know, as I'm going to try and become more efficient at posting each month. As always, I'm Rich Pollution, and please remember, be excellent to each other. Yeah, everyone's biggest complaint about it was the loading screens, but I'm like, the environment itself is so impressive, I'm okay with it.